So this is the first video in the series of Let's Get You Racing here at Newcastle RC Races. Sometimes getting into the hobby can be quite daunting and challenging and, more importantly, expensive. So hopefully this video is designed to show you what you need to get, when we race, where we race, and hopefully set you on a lifetime journey of fun and competitive racing with ourselves here in Newcastle. We race most Wednesdays at Tamiya College, postcode NE289NL. You are required to park in the main car park area, mainly so we can keep fire exits clear. The college can be, it's quite easy to see it from the coast road, however getting to the car park is a little bit more difficult. So access is from Embleton Drive. Just dropped a pin on the map there so you can see where the sports hall is. We've put it in a normal picture here too, and there's a little bit of time lapse, very slow time lapse from the coast road coming from Newcastle to get to the coast road. So as you see, Tamiya, turn left off the slip road. This is into the actual college itself. I should have parked on the right there, I didn't, and went and parked further inside. Then it's a short walk so you can carry your gear just down this little road, down the path, and that's the sports hall on the left here. So when it comes to Tamiya M chassis, there's quite a lot of choice. However, we'd recommend you go for a medium wheelbase M chassis car. So something like the Mazda here. It just means that it gives you the best of both worlds. So quite stable, not too twitchy, front wheel drive. However, we're going to look at the costs involved with the vehicle, and it becomes quite apparent this is not a cheap sport or hobby. So we are not affiliated with any model shops whatsoever, so you can use anybody you want. You can go abroad, you can use UK. As an example, we're using Model Sport here. So the first thing that you would have seen was the car itself. As well, quite often the model shops will do packages with radio gear, so we've included that one there. We then looked at a bearing kit, because most of these Tamiya cars come with just plastic bushings, which over time will wear out. You could possibly melt them, so I'd certainly recommend spending the £18 on a bearing kit. Next up is the Tamiya High Torque Servo Saver set. Definitely worthwhile, will help keep the car in a straight line. Whilst kit tyres are fine, if you want higher grip, we'd recommend going for something like the Sweep Mini Pre-Glued tyre set. You go for a firmer compound on the front, so 33 degree tyre, and for the rears, we'd recommend these 25 degrees. Again, it just helps the stability on the car. Speed-wise, you can also improve that by getting the Torque Tuned motor, and if you match that with the next bit, which is a 20-tooth pinion, that means the car is at its maximum speed that we allow. Next up from that would be getting yourself a decent speed controller, which is the Hobbywing 1060. You don't have to spend a lot of money for these. It's absolutely fine for the type of power output we have. The last two things you're going to need are, I can't get them on the Model Sport website, so we've gone to Warbirds here. And they're the Yeah Racing Mini Shocks, 50mm type. They're smooth, it just means the car will grip the track better and you'll get round. The standard friction shocks you get with the Tamiya M chassis are not worthwhile. Okay, the other and last thing that you're kind of going to need is the personal transponder. The personal transponder allows for our timing equipment to measure your lap times and how many laps you do, and you hear the announcements whilst you're going round the track, so you get a beep. So that would be kind of the final thing. There are two more things that you're going to need. Your first race meeting at the club when you turn up is for free, and we cover you on your liability. However, you will need to join the British Radio Control Association, BRCA. Currently that is £20 a year. It runs from January to December, and you need to renew that every year that you continue to race. As well, with ourselves, if you want to join part of the club, we do offer a reduced nightly race fee. However, to join the club, that is £10. And every race meeting is £7 for one class. However, if you like the idea of racing more than one class, so you might do M chassis, or you might do Buggy, or you might want to do touring cars, then we charge £9. So in the little video, we've covered what you need to get yourself racing. From that point, you can certainly hop up your vehicle, and also you're not stuck with an MO5. There are many different versions. This one's mine with the modifications that I've kind of listed earlier on in terms of what it needs to get you racing. So it's got the personal transponder, details like that. Here is a different chassis. So this is an MO7R racing chassis. They're quite rare now and quite hard to get hold of. It is a better chassis if you're looking to be the outright best and have the best equipment. Then you may want to look at one of those if you can get your hands on one. But that chassis just has a little bit more adjustability. It's stiffer, and therefore it makes it easier to tune to go faster. So hopefully you found this video useful. If you have any questions, like I say, get yourself down on a Wednesday night. Anyone will be happy to answer your questions. You'll probably get to have a go of somebody's car as well. But I hope you found it useful. Thanks very much for taking the time to watch this.